After discovering that a dragon had merged with his body, James explained the origin of the founding of the nation. Long ago, there were 3 dragons who fought one another. Eventually, the dragon who emerged victorious joined with the human, and together they used sacred magic to establish this nation. For that reason, when James heard that a dragon had united with Liam, he felt that Liam had revived the legend of the nation's founding. However, there were some things that worried James. Considering that the Hamilton family had once sealed the dragon, he feared that Radon might hold a grudge and seek revenge on the nation. But Liam reassured James, convincing him that Radon held no anger. In fact, Radon was intrigued by the human life that Liam was living. After speaking with James, Liam went to the Hunters Guild. There, Asuna and Jody told him that the hunters wanted to form a party with him. In addition, Liam also received several letters from nobles, letters containing invitations to meet as potential suitors. This sudden popularity surprised Liam. He felt he had never been this popular, not even before reincarnating into this new world. A little while later, Liam showed his familiar that he had mastered magic to open a portal to another dimension. Thanks to his increased magical energy, the room behind the portal was now much larger, big enough to house an entire house. Inside that room, Liam conducted various experiments, such as enveloping the entire area in darkness and creating natural lighting using magic. He even evolved all the spirits he summoned, further increasing his magical power. The next day, Radon asked Liam to go to the forest and enter a secret place inhabited by fairies. At first, the fairies were frightened when they saw Liam. However, once Liam explained that he was sent by Radon to protect them, the fairies began to trust and approach him. The first thing Liam did upon meeting the fairies was to make familiar contracts with them. He also gave them names to enhance their magical synchronization, which resulted in much greater power than usual. The fairies were very grateful and fond of Liam. They were even willing to follow his commands. Liam then asked them to build a village and settle there. While the village was being built, the fairies took Liam on a tour to see the uniqueness of their homes. Unfortunately, the houses built by the fairies didn't resemble normal homes. At the same time, news came that one of the fairies had been captured by a group of bandits. Upon hearing this, Liam didn't sit idly by. He immediately took action, rescuing the fairy and teaching the bandits a lesson. Since the place was deemed unsafe, Liam decided to move the fairies into his dimensional space. After that, he brought them to his family's territory so they wouldn't be attacked by bandits again. The fairies then begged Liam to become their king. Though initially uncomfortable with the idea, Liam eventually accepted and agreed to be their leader. There was a place believed to be suitable for founding a new nation, a sacred ancient region known as the Land of the Covenant, a place once sealed by the dragon god. Under the guidance of experts, the village development began to show rapid progress. Meanwhile, Liam focused on clearing out monsters and expanding his territory. Princess Scarlet was fascinated by the power of Seer Liam. As a descendant of dragon blood, Scarlet felt compelled to serve the dragon god Radon, who had now merged with Liam. Upon hearing this, Radon suggested that they head north. However, to enter that place, Liam first had to tame its guardian, a dragon golem. The way to tame it was by erasing one of the letters inscribed on its forehead. After successfully taming it, Scarlet chose to stay there temporarily to recover from her injuries, while Liam returned to monitor the village development. Unfortunately, upon arriving, Liam found the village in disarray. A group of werewolves had attacked and destroyed part of the buildings. Liam tried to speak peacefully, but since they had attacked first, he had no choice but to fight them.
ヒール。話を聞けって召喚。
After the battle, Liam explained that he was a messenger of Radon. Since the werewolves were also followers of Radon, they regretted their actions. As compensation, they pledged loyalty to Liam through a binding contract and agreed to help accelerate the village's development. Chris was the leader of the werewolves. Initially, Liam assumed Chris was male, but it turned out Chris was a female wolf. Once the werewolves had repaired the damaged structures, Liam hoped to speed up construction using magic. Unfortunately, there wasn't a single magic spell capable of directly restoring objects. Radon then suggested that Liam begin creating new magic. By following Radon's guidance, Liam successfully created a spell that could protect objects from damage, even after they had been destroyed. One day, while Liam was training, Raina arrived with news that a group of humans was pursuing the fairies. Liam quickly assessed the situation and asked the soldiers to retreat. However, they refused, forcing Liam to confront them with his magic.
子供のザレ言。
僕だ。ここは俺の国、俺の土地だ。侵入
邪魔をするな。
わからないやつ。もう二度と来るな。
After the incident, Liam formed contracts and gave names to 100 fairies, thus rapidly increasing the village's population. When reporting the incident to Princess Scarlet, he explained that the soldiers were from a country bordering the land of the Covenant. He also warned that other scouts might soon arrive to claim the territory. To defend the area, Liam decided to form a combat unit consisting of werewolves. Additionally, he immediately began establishing diplomatic ties with neighboring countries to reduce the threat of external attacks. That same day, Liam used teleportation magic to visit Princess Scarlet's residence in the capital. Upon arrival, he sensed Radon's aura. It turned out the aura came from a dragon god statue that had been passed down through Scarlet's family for generations. Using special magic, the statue could transform into armor that significantly enhanced the wearer's power. Radon then explained to Liam that the dragon guardian he had previously defeated had once been the armor he wore during the ancient battle between the three dragons. Liam then formed a contract and donned the armor that Radon had once used. As a result, Liam's power increased dramatically. He could now launch 37 power missiles. However, this greatly drained his energy. Radon told him that if Liam could master his new powers, he would have the potential to rule the world. After finishing his business with Princess Scarlet, Liam returned to the village using teleportation magic. There, he immediately inspected the progress of the village's construction, which was being handled by the residents. Not long after, Raina arrived with news that a group of trolls lived not far from there. These creatures were known to be extremely violent and often initiated fights. Liam then asked Raina to show him the trolls' location. After a short journey, Liam arrived in their territory. Upon meeting them, Liam expressed his intention to recruit them as part of his nation-building plans. However, the troll leader flat-out refused and immediately challenged him to a fight. The troll leader's attacks were incredibly destructive. Just one blow could have been fatal. At one point, Liam's foot slipped into a pit. Realizing the danger, he quickly donned his magical armor to protect himself. Seeing that Liam could not only endure the attacks but was actually stronger than him, the troll leader eventually stopped fighting and agreed to listen. Liam took this opportunity to explain his goals and warned them that human forces might soon arrive and hunt down the trolls. To verify Liam's claim, the trolls asked to be taken to the village. Upon seeing it with their own eyes, they finally believed him. However, at that moment, Chris suddenly attacked the troll leader, causing him to fall. It turned out Chris and the troll leader were old friends. Chris then urged the troll leader to form a familiar contract with Liam.
じゃあ契約するよ。お前の名前は。おお、喋り方が流暢だ。なぜか語尾がござるなったけど、体に内包される力は間違いなく強くなっている。必殺級だ。軽くて攻撃も鋭い。当人たちはじゃれ合ってるの戦いだ。ボス、すごく強い。そのギガス。
The next day, Liam assigned the trolls to transport mineral supplies from a nearby mountain range. He planned to extract metal from the stones and mass-produce magical armor. Thanks to his magic, the process ran efficiently, and Liam was even able to improve the armor's quality simply by giving each set a special name. However, since he crafted them by hand, the number was still limited. For now, Liam was only able to make 15 sets. Once the armor was completed, he immediately distributed it to his forces. While the soldiers were training in the new armor, a group of bandits entered the village area. Seeing the elves, the bandits were tempted to capture and sell them. However, just as they prepared to attack, Reina asked one of her comrades to deal with the bandits. At first, the bandits assumed the elves wouldn't fight back. In reality, the elf assigned to battle was fully prepared and defeated them single-handedly. While Liam was slightly distracted, one of the bandits tried to ambush him. However, Liam easily freed himself and defeated the attacker with a single blow. Realizing Liam's strength, the remaining bandits abandoned their plans and quickly fled the area. Later, upon entering the parallel dimension, Liam summoned as many Celsius spirits as he could. His goal was to request their help in converting seawater into fresh water and salt, ensuring his people would have an adequate supply of both. One of the Celsius spirits then approached Liam and thanked him for everything he had done for it. The spirit informed Liam that it could now inhabit a physical object. Hearing this, Liam had an idea. He empowered the Celsius spirit, evolving it to a higher level and naming it Zero. With that, his experiment to fuse spiritual power into armor was a success. The next day, Liam gave prototype armor to 3 of his subordinates. Upon activation, each of them unleashed tremendous power, though it came with the side effect of rapidly draining their magical energy.
渡してみたけど、想像以上の威力だ。
リアム様だよご主人様。私なんて元の10倍くらい強くなってるよ。
かたじけないでござる。
でもこれ
これほどの力なら当然でござる。使いこなせるよう。
脳筋のくせに偉そうに。
ならばイノシシの報いるために強くなるでござる。
私もそうするわ。だから
これで力は整った。